Hi, I'm Declan Kerr, and thanks for taking the time to visit my website today. Now, chances are that you're a potential tenant at the outset of your tenancy, and you might be wondering why I have directed you to view a web page focused on ending your tenancy. Well, if you stick with me for the next minute or two, I'll endeavour to explain the reasoning behind that. But first, I want you to think of a builder about to build a house. And my question is, does the builder know how how the house will look when they are finished constructing it? Well, the answer is quite obvious. Yes, of course, they know what it's going to look like before they even start to build it. So with that in mind, I want you to think about your tenancy in a similar fashion. You want to know how the tenancy is going to end before you even started. And probably one of the key things on your mind, or one of the key things that should be on your mind, is getting your deposit back in full. I can assure you most of the landlords that I deal with, and certainly myself, have no interest in having a dispute with tenants at the end of a tenancy over their deposit. And the easiest way that I can think to avoid any disputes at the end of a tenancy is by taking a few little steps at the start of the tenancy to make sure that everything is in order. Now, when it comes to getting a deposit back, some of the typical issues that could result in you losing part of your deposit would be perhaps maybe the standard of cleanliness in the property. Look, the reality is that my definition of clean, your definition of clean, and the landlord's definition of clean, we could have three different standards involved there. So what I always recommend and always do with managed properties is at the outset of the tenancy, prior to key handover, I take a detailed video recording the condition of the property prior to the key handover. So, if there's cream carpet in the living room and there is no red wine stain on it, there shouldn't be a red wine stain on the carpet at the end of the tenancy. And rather than having to get into a dispute over my expectations of cleanliness and your expectations and the landlord's, we have a video record and pictures of the condition of the property. And something that I strongly encourage you as a tenant moving into a property is to take your own video and your own multiple pictures. And really, we've all got smartphones today, so there's no reason why you can't do that. And just doing these simple little steps at the start of the tenancy means that you can have peace of mind at the end of the tenancy, that you're not going to be surprised by some unwelcome bill for damages that you did not cause. Additionally, I always recommend to tenants to put together a list of any issues that they've noticed in the property within 10 days of moving into it. It might be, for example, a crack in one of the windows that you hadn't noticed before. It might be some paint damage on a door. Whatever it is, put it on a list in writing and send it to me within 10 days of moving into the property, and I'm more than happy to sign off on it to state that this is the condition that you found the property in. And through following these simple steps, both you and I can greatly minimize the chances of any disputes at the end of the tenancy over your deposit. And so therefore, when it comes to ending your deposit, you're ending your tenancy, you come to a conclusion at the end of the tenancy without any unwelcome surprises. And ultimately, that's in your interest, it's in my interest to do these following steps as advised.